Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Sports Talk in the Burgh. I'm Sam Anthony, and alongside me is Collin Wilson and Rashad Christian. We got a great show for you tonight, so we're going to get it started right away with some Colonials men's basketball. The men's basketball team has seen their share of 3 10-point leads squandered away in the past 2 weeks, now sitting near the bottom of the NEC standings. Who can be blamed for their dismal second-half performances?
I don't think there's any one person you can blame for this. I mean, top to bottom, their team is just performing at an insanely low level right now, dropping 47 points in an entire game. High school teams do that, and you can't not put it on Toole because he's not leading this team to newer heights. I mean, and if anything, he's been decreasing as the years go on.
So let's talk about their leading scorer, Isaiah Still, right?
Oh.
He's the man, as Ian Kiss would say.
He's not
he's
the
leading scorer.
He is definitely not the man.
He in that Bryant game went 0 for 6 in the second half, and they outscored by 10. As your leading scorer, you can't go a half and not score.
I agree with you. That Still possibly is a reasoning behind this.
He's not good.
And he was 1 for 6 in that game, last game, for free throws. And Bryant, as a team, they were 2 and 11 in the second half in free throws, shot 69.6% from the line, and also an overtime loss against St. Francis last game, they were 66.7%.
These are all games they should have won.
Exactly.
Every single one of them.
And I think Isaiah, and the fact that I think I talked with Ian on CSC, he demands the ball to be effective, and he doesn't know what to do with it at times. Like, we'll see nights where he's shooting 5 of 13, 2 of 10, and then he'll take 7 threes and make 1 or not even make any of them, and that's the problem.
If anyone gets 30 shots, eventually they're going to hit some.
I mean, yeah, you're going to make 5 of them. I mean, you're still going to – that's 25 missed shots and probably 25 rebounds for the other team.
They got to get somebody else the ball, and it's not Isaiah Still. It's not Kayvon Stewart, because sometimes he doesn't look like he knows what he wants to do with the ball. I mean, right now I'd say give it to Lorenzen Wright, because he's a guy that we don't see a lot.
Or Deshaun Burgh.
Yeah.
Deshaun Burgh's been stepping up lately. Halfway through the season, the Pitt Panthers men's basketball team is only 12-9. Is there cause for concern, seeing as it's Kevin Stollin's first season as coach?
No cause for concern. They've had big wins this season.
Yeah.
And the thing is I mean, they're beating teams like Virginia. They beat Virginia 88-76. They barely lost to Notre Dame, a Notre Dame team that was competing with Duke last night.
Yeah.
They lost to number 14 Louisville by 5. Granted, there were some bad games because then Louisville did beat them.
Yeah,
I was about to say by
But
55.
if you're looking at their overall work, they're playing well.
I think Pitt, there's still some room to work with. I definitely don't think you pull the plug yet. But
I mean,
there's still some concern. I mean, you still have UNC away, Duke away, Boston College should be a win, but that's still away. Then you play North Carolina again. I agree, but if Stalling has to get some early wins in his career, if he really wants to put this Pitt team in a contention later on.
Yeah, I mean, he's not below 500. I mean, what do we really expect from this Pitt team this season? I don't think we were expecting them top 25.
Team, and he hasn't had time to recruit his own kind of players. He's come in right off of a Jamie Dixon team that was they were okay last year.
Yeah, and I think right now they're performing at what they were expected to do.
Yeah. So this isn't anything that's really surprising. I mean, the 106-51 loss was surprising to me. But I mean, the thing that alarms me is their stats, because right now they sit 98th in the nation in scoring, which isn't good in a conference with Duke, with North Carolina,
You're right.
with Virginia, a team with Virginia where defense is so important to them. And if you can't score, you're going to get nothing against a team like that.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Virginia is the #1 defensive team in the nation.
All right, the NBA switched their selection process for the 2017 All-Star Game, and with the new format has come controversy. Who do the players, fan, and media leave out this season?
Hey, Rashad, I'll let you go first.
It was Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
For the third time in his career, he has been snubbed, second time in a row. Last season, he averaged 25. Didn't make it. This year, he is top 10 in scoring. The nine out of the top 10 scorers made it. You know, the only one that didn't make it?
Lillard.
Damian Lillard. Lillard is averaging 26, 6, and 5. First person in NBA history not to make the All-Star team with those numbers.
How's his team doing this year?
So
they are below 500. They are below 500.
Davis's team isn't that good. DeMarcus Cousins' team isn't that good.
If he's really that good of a player, shouldn't they have a better record?
He has no one around him. It's him and C.J. McCollum.
That's exactly why you see him get 26.2 points per game. It's because he has no one around him. That's exactly what it is.
I am on your side, Rashad. I think Lillard definitely was a snub for this All-Star game. He has the numbers. I mean, his supporting cast isn't the best, but Lillard still has the numbers to be in there.
Thank you.
But Karl Anthony Towns does as well. 23, 11.9, and 3.1 across the board. I mean, that's All-Star stats every single year.
He was bound to blossom, but I mean, you'd have to
I mean,
take out
he
a
shoots
big man for him.
80% from the free throw line. We're talking about
So
Robert
who would
Morris
you
talking
take
about
out
free
to put in
throws.
Damian
We have
Lillard?
Carl
Oh,
Anthony Towns.
DeAndre Jordan for sure.
DeAndre
Jordan, I mean, he puts up 12 and 13, but I mean, he does nothing else beside that. I mean, 12.
That's his
That's-
all
that's
12
what
of
that's
his
what I'm
points
saying.
are
Why not
played
put-
in that
why not
aspect.
put
You can't
Anthony
argue
Towns
that.
over
Without
Jordan?
Chris Paul, he is nothing.
Why not put Anthony Towns over
So you're
Jordan?
saying he can't rebound without Chris Paul?
Okay.
He can't block without
If
Chris
you're
Paul.
7 foot and can't rebound, there's a problem. That's why Kwame Brown isn't in the league right now. But I'm saying, without Chris Paul, without a decent point guard leading this team, DeAndre Jordan can't do anything for himself. He can't shoot. He shoot mid-range. Can't shoot free throws. Definitely
So
can't
they're
shoot
paying
from
him all that
three-point
money
line.
to not be an all-star.
They're paying him to play defense, and honestly,
that
he's
makes
not.
him an all-star.
He's not even that elite on the defensive end. The end.
All right, well, we're going to talk about RMU football now. They released their schedule for the 2016-2017 season with notable matchups such as North Dakota State and East Tennessee. Guys, which matchups are you looking forward to the most?
As cruel as this sounds, I think it's the North Dakota State one, honestly. It'd be interesting to see if they can, maybe stay within 20 to 30 points of them, but I wouldn't be surprised
So
if it's a
what-
45-point blowout.
No.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's clear.
I mean,
Now I'm gonna go. Now Sam has predicted Robert Morris football team to do super well.
Conference
next year.
oh yeah, you did.
And what I like
forgot
about that is that whenever they release schedule, they have a game against St. Francis next year.
Okay.
St. Francis,
I'm looking at
the
it.
returning NEC champions. Definitely an interesting game for the Colonials. Could be a late matchup. I think they only have Wagner, Bryant, and Central Connecticut State right after that. They also have Cameron Lewis, a receiver, coming back. It's going to be a junior, 37 receptions, 872 yards, and 8 touchdowns last year. But they lost their quarterback. And we all know about Lorenzo Jerome, who just was a stud there. Also had 3 turnovers forced.
Well, and they're going to be the team to watch.
Exactly.
You gotta
That's what
go
I'm
in,
saying.
you
So
gotta
I would
beat
love to
St.
see Robert
Francis
Morris
if
to
you
have
wanna
a
win an
great
NEC
showing
title.
against the St. Francis team. That's a really interesting game coming through. I mean, yeah, Youngstown State, North Dakota State, if we beat them, I mean, that makes us look good, but NEC is where it's at.
See, the most interesting game to me is week number 1 against Dayton. You
Week
have
1.
to make a
I
statement
do
right
like
away.
that.
Dayton, a team that 2 years ago we should have beat. There was a controversial play at the end. Matt Barr couldn't spike the ball. His offensive line did not realize that.
Right.
He got sacked, game over. Second time, they go through, game gets cut short because of lightning. You never know. They could have come back. They were only down by 10 points.
And last year they lost to a Division II team at home, and look how the season went. I mean, it'd be really nice to open up the season with a win.
And exactly.
All right, we're going to have to cut you off. But when we come back, we'll discuss Tiger Woods and his not-so-successful return to the greens. Also, we'll dive into way too early Steelers predictions. All up next on Sports Talk in the Burgh.
Watch out.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow.
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones
Don't even.
and explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Welcome back to Sports Talk in the Burgh. Tiger Woods, in his so-called return, missed the cut for the Farmers Insurance Open. He has been held without a tournament win since 2013 and Major 2008. When will he win another event again, guys? Will it ever happen?
Never. He's
No.
He's not going to win another one.
You gotta give him time. He just came back.
I don't
He
know.
had enough time to prepare to come back, and you see where that
Be
got him.
prepared with all that time he spent injured. I don't know if that's the same thing as actually being able
It's
to
called
practice.
rehab.
Yeah, and you can only rehab so much when you have these injuries. So let me run you some stats here, all right? I know you love it when I run these stats here. Tiger Woods, between 1997 and 2009, considered his prime, won 30% of the tournaments he played in. Next
That's
closest
impressive
person was
back
Sam
then.
Snead, who has the record 23%. Arnold
years
Palmer only had half of that, 15%. Tiger Woods spent 281 straight weeks as the #1 golfer in the world. The previous record was 96 weeks. Clearly, if somebody can come back and win, it's Tiger Woods.
I believe if there is someone that's going to come back and win, it's Tiger Woods, but I don't think he's going to.
Why not?
It's just a matter of reality. I mean,
Exactly.
he's been through so much this past
So
year
you're
and a
telling
half.
me there's
and
been no golfer that's ever been old, been through injuries, and come back?
I'm
We're
not
not
saying
saying
that,
that,
but there's
but-
never been someone that's been through what Tiger's been through.
What has he been through?
Tiger's been through
Tiger's
what?
been through some personal
Physical,
bouts in his
personal,
life.
So why
mental, all
do
that.
the
Physical,
personal
personal.
bouts have to affect his play on the course?
Golf
It
is
gets
a
in your
mental
head.
aspect game. I
And
mean,
how
you
long
have
has
to
it
be
been?
able.
How long has it been since those personal incidents? Are you saying he's still not over it?
I'm just saying that Tiger Woods is a little bit. Just
he's
he's
a
a little messed up in the head.
He's a scramble
He's
right
not
now.
golf for another
ready.
20 years if he wanted.
He
Tiger
can.
Woods?
He can. I believe he
So
can. I
why
don't
would
think
he not
can,
win
I
another
don't
one?
think
he
he can
can
golf
golf.
as well as what he was, though.
Yeah, he can definitely golf for 20 years.
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
a matter of
He
him
can't
winning
win.
something.
He hasn't proven
So
he can
never,
win in a
never
while. I
will.
don't
The
think he'll
greatest
ever
golfer,
will.
arguably the greatest golfer ever during his prime, he'll never win one again.
I think he's done
I
winning.
think he will not win a tournament.
In a thrilling 5-set finish of the Australian Open, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal renewed their rivalry, with Federer claiming the Open title. Is this the greatest rivalry in recent era?
In recent era, I'd have to agree. But if we're going to talk about broad, like all the sports 1v1 rivalries, I'm going to have to go with Wilt Chamberlain versus Bill Russell.
You know what? That's a good one. I like that
you
one.
like that one?
I love Bill Russell more than anything.
I'm glad we can agree on something right now.
But you're still wrong.
Okay, that took a left turn.
I don't know, like, as a tennis, like, as you watch tennis, I mean, it's Nadal and Federer. That's just who it is.
Those are the two
and
names
Serena,
you know
obviously, on the women's side of
Well,
it.
she
but
just dominates.
Exactly,
That's not
but it's
fair.
those two going back and forth. That's what you look at. I mean, you've always seen Andy Murray as, like, the third guy, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
because for the longest time, he couldn't win.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, anytime you turn it into tennis, you expect to see Federer and Nadal just going at
But
it.
see,
You
I don't
expect
even-
to see that Grand Slam
I don't even
final.
think it's a good rivalry, because the thing is Nadal has dominated this rivalry. Where are the numbers? I have the numbers here. He's won, what is it, 23-12 in favor of Nadal. Now, meanwhile, you have like Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus, arguably one of the greatest like golf rivalries of all time, 30-29. Those are good rivalries,
See,
not when
but
one
here's
person
the thing, though.
dominates.
The question was, I mean, they renewed their rivalry with Federer topping Nadal for the first time in a while. So why
But then
not?
does that
Why
make it a
not?
rivalry?
Why not? It's
That-
always been a rivalry.
I consider
You
that
can't
more of an
question
upset
that.
then if he dominates.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, see, my solution, or my thing is about it, like, they go back and forth. They're the two best in their sport.
Yeah.
Serena Williams dominates the women's side. I've already said that. Like, there's
no
no competition. Like, it's Serena and no one. These two, like, they still have enough to get at each
Well,
other.
then
They
in that
still
case,
go
you got to
back
touch
and forth.
Djokovic in there, because you can't just say those two go back and forth. There was a
Djokovic
period
came
of
on.
5 years where dominated.
Djokovic came on late, but it was originally those two. I mean, if you really look back at tennis.
All right, I think tennis is going to have to sit on the back burner right now. The Super Bowl hasn't even started yet, but we're going to give our way too early predictions for this upcoming season, Steelers off season. So, give me one bold prediction, Sam.
You ready for this? Hold on.
I
You sitting
don't think
down?
I
You
am.
sitting down?
Am
The
I ready?
Steelers will release Antonio Brown. Done. They don't need him.
If I could
I
walk
think that's
off the set, I
realistic.
would
I
right
don't
now.
think they will, but I think it's realistic.
I love it. I'm done. I'm over it. I personally blame Antonio
Wait,
Brown for
you're
everything that
you're
happened.
over
I'm
a
not
top
over
3
Antonio
wide
Brown.
receiver
I'm
in
over
the
it.
league?
I'm over
Why?
it.
Why?
Because it's all about the culture, and it's a winning culture, and he is not part of that winning culture because he's too much
He's the
about
reason
himself.
why they're winning.
No, he's not the reason why they're winning. Le'Veon Bell is
When
the reason why
Le'Veon
they're
Bell
winning.
is out,
Ben
who's there to
Roethlisberger
fill
is
his
the reason they're
shoes?
winning. Who has been there through the entire continued Steelers success? Ben Roethlisberger.
That's because Ben's been
What
around
did
for 10
Antonio
plus
Brown
years.
do in that Patriots game that was so special? Nothing.
Ben
Nothing.
didn't get him the ball.
You can't blame Ben for that. Ben still threw 300 yards.
Is a receiver going to take the snap?
No, but he could get open. Was he open?
He
Did
caught
you-
7
can you-
balls. I mean, like, that just shows
Did he
the
catch a
great
touchdown?
defense of the
Did he
Patriots.
catch a touchdown?
Did anyone?
Did he do anything relevant for the Steelers in that game?
My
He's not a big play guy. He's not a big moment guy.
You don't think Antonio Brown in his entire career isn't a big play guy?
No,
I heard
You are.
not when it counts. Not in the playoffs.
Sam, I know we have to debate, but
I heard legend receiver Chris Carter talk about receivers in the NFL, about if they were utilized correctly or if they were really valued. And he's a little biased, but of course they're valued. I mean, you have quarterbacks in the league that you throw about 6% of the time now. You have to get a guy a ball. Antonio Brown is the go-to guy for the Steelers.
Then
And
you
to
give him the
release them
ball.
like that would be just a little over dramatic. I understand, like, there's definitely some
he's
issues you
gotta
have
go.
to deal with there.
They did it with
But
Holmes.
to release a top 3 receiver, like you said, in the league would just be absurd just to do it out of spite.
to let a possible competitor get there.
With talent coming all across the NFL this season, we have some speculation on who deserves postseason awards. Who earned your vote for like offensive MVP guys and MVP of this year and defensive MVP?
that's
What are our
easy.
postseason awards?
MVP,
Come on, MVP.
I think we can all agree MVP is.
I don't know.
Right.
Not even close.
Not
you
even- yeah.
cannot.
I mean,
argue
second place
anyone
may
else.
be Aaron Rodgers.
I
but
went
mean,
away.
by a landslide.
I went
Maybe
away
Tom
from
Brady
Matt
would
Ryan.
Slide in for second place.
I'd need him to play 16 games.
I went away from Matt Ryan.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna
No,
pull that,
no.
You're gonna
Trust
play
me.
that 16
I
games.
love Tom Brady's numbers, but Matt's been there all season. He's been doing it for 16 straight games.
But
or
here's the thing,
18
Rashad,
straight games.
is the
20
term
and
is
2.
most valuable player, and to see the turnaround that the Patriots have had with Tom Brady.
They were 3-1
shows-
without him.
Yes, but they lost
were
once
fine.
without him, and they're in the Super Bowl now. Are you saying they would have done that with Jimmy Garoppolo?
I'm saying that
I mean, they did.
the Patriots saw
They were 3-1.
the Patriots saw injuries with Deion Lewis. They saw injuries with Gronk that still plagues them. They lost Jamie Collins, one of the best defensive players in the league.
who stayed
and who stayed consistent? Had 28
Tom
touchdowns,
Brady.
2 picks all year. Tom Brady. I mean, missing 4 games is just it's phenomenal what he's
Here's
done.
the thing, guys. When you take a team like the Falcons to the Super Bowl, we expect the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl nearly every year. But
That's
I mean,
the thing, like-
taking the Falcons from where they were last season, a team that often struggles late in the season and even the postseason, for him to throw for nearly 5,000 yards and only 7 picks, I mean, come on now.
But can we take a look at the Atlanta Falcons receiving core when you're throwing to
Because he has
Julio
some-
They have one of
Jones,
the 2
Mohamed
best
Sanu,
one of the 2
Taylor
best backs in it.
Gabriel. These are all really good wide receivers. Who do the Patriots have? Chris Hogan. Chris Hogan, who only looked good against the dismal Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
Also on defense, Atlanta had a guy, Vic Beasley, who I believe could be up for the defensive player of the year.
I think
15 and
you
a half
have
sacks.
to pick him for
15 and
defensive
a
player of the
half
year.
sacks.
There was nobody
for
that
them.
competed with him.
Exactly.
J.J. Watt's out of the picture. He's the only other guy that
That's what I
maybe
mean.
could have
Von
gone
Miller
there and
didn't even
done
make the
numbers.
playoffs, so if we're going back to earlier, if you don't really prove yourself on the field.
And if you're talking about a guy that really has helped that team, a defense that has struggled without Vic Beasley, imagine where this Falcons defense would be. They would not be anywhere near with it. And I'm not saying by any means that the Falcons defense is phenomenal, but I'm just saying it's clear the impact that he has with those 15 and a half sacks. But here, the one I want to talk about, because this one I think has a little debate, offensive rookie of the year. Because I think it's between.
It's between the two
Elliott
Cowboy
and
stars.
Scott.
Yeah.
I think you got to go with Elliott.
I went
though.
Elliott just be leading rusher. No, I think it's funny that Jordan Howard, a rookie as well out of Indiana, it goes in and the second leading rusher, but then Elliott, I mean, 1,600
Just
yards is
overshadowed. It wasn't even
phenomenal.
close.
Yeah,
He's
Leading
exactly.
rusher in the
Considered.
entire league as a rookie. I mean, you can credit that to the stellar offensive line.
And
But
that's-
I mean, you need a good running back to take advantage of that. You need
mean,
a
he
good
really
running
controlled
back
the
to
game.
Do
find
the
the
numbers that
holes.
he had? You could have an average running back put up, decent numbers with that O-line, but he went out and he went above and beyond everybody else, which just shows that he is above and beyond
And
everybody
Pittsburgh
else.
knows as well as anyone, I mean, how lethal Elliott
I mean,
was
yeah,
this year.
Dak and Elliott were clutch against the Steelers when they had that.
And that was the
that fake
Steelers
spike.
with still a fully healthy defensive line. With Cam Hayward still playing for the Steelers, he dominated. But you're right, Dak Prescott looks really good.
Both
but-
of them look
Yeah.
amazing this year, but I think the nod goes to Ezekiel Elliott for the fact that
Yeah.
he was able to be such a dominant rusher in his rookie year.
So it's officially Super Bowl week now. So let's
Yeah.
actually talk about our picks, Super Bowl picks.
All right.
Tom Brady versus Matt Ryan, the New England Patriots versus the Atlanta Falcons. Guys, who do you have winning it all?
Patriots.
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 I think, all right,
31-24.
clean sweep.
Yeah, let's hear it.
31-24. Okay.
31-24.
Ooh, what was my score? Let's see. I think it was 42-38. All out shootout.
I have an interesting stat for you, by the way.
Really?
Atlanta.
Okay.
Undefeated this year when they score more than 30. 1-5 when they score less than 30. So that really is a
So
is
it's just a
key
matter
stat
of
here.
can the Patriots defense hold them to under 30?
Which they have a phenomenal defense.
Exactly.
Which I'm going to
But
go back.
Atlanta has a phenomenal offense, so I mean, really, the Patriots have to be on top of the game.
But,
I-
but the Steelers
but
have
really,
a phenomenal offense too.
That's true.
I mean, and they got shut down. They got Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
He got hurt, granted, but he looked
The
non-existent.
Patriots
when he played.
defense is so underrated. They allowed 15 points a game this
Well,
season.
they have the best. Yeah, they have the best scoring
Yeah,
defense.
they played-
and nobody talked about them.
They've played very few good quarterbacks, though. Joe Flacco was the third best quarterback they saw this year.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson was arguably the only good quarterback.
Exactly.
He didn't play a phenomenal year. You don't see anybody talking about Russell Wilson for MVP.
Exactly. I'm not knocking the Patriots by any means. I think
No,
they
but you're
still
right. But
had
they
a
haven't
good
seen an MVP type quarterback like.
Matt Ryan. I mean,
Yeah.
we just argued for him for the MVP. I mean, you have Tom Brady on their side, but you're going to have to stop Matt Ryan, Julio Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you can keep Julio Jones like held in check, but I mean, you still have a duo running back.
But you have to think about the Patriots secondary, though. They still have Patrick Chung, Devin McCourty,
It is still very
Malcolm
lethal.
Butler.
They
know,
have
who's
big
known
names
for his
on
big
defense.
plays in the big games.
Yes.
He'll be there. He'll be ready.
I mean, they have big names on defense, and they all contribute to them being such a lethal team. They went 14-2 this year for a reason. It was a combination of Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and that defense. I mean,
And
what else is
personally,
there?
they're the only well-rounded team that we really saw in the playoffs, besides maybe like the Dallas Cowboys, and that
Yeah.
was a shocking one. I think that would be a better game than this right now. I think that the Patriots come in and destroy the Falcons. I said
Absolutely.
42-17 because
Wow.
Falcons,
See-
they've never been here. This Tom Brady lives for the AFC Championship game. It's
Yeah.
almost guaranteed.
It's
he gets
his
that. The
game.
Super Bowl, I mean, this is his 7th time there. The jitters are gone. Almost everyone on that team has some sort of Super Bowl
See,
experience.
the only way I would disagree with you is the 17 points for the Falcons. Their offense is entirely too
See,
good for them
I would
to
have said
be
the
held
same
to
thing
17.
until I watched that Steelers game 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, my perspective
I
completely
still think
changed.
there's some emotion for Tom, though, to where he does feel a little nerves. I mean, you saw that interview today where he kind of got into tears talking about his dad being his hero. I mean,
Yeah.
there's definitely some jitters in Tom still that he wants to go after this. I mean, he knows he still has another shot. He is getting older. I mean, Tom still plays well, but he knows he's getting down in the nitty-gritty. He needs to win another.
In the end, Tom's going to take it all. But we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we'll have some RMU women's hockey talk and the infamous lightning round. Stay tuned for more Sports Talk in the Burgh.
It's infamous now?
It's
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow.
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones
Don't even.
and explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Talk in the Burgh. The Penguins find themselves struggling and will be without Evasia Malkin indefinitely with a lower back injury. That puts a damper for any hopes on the repeat season. What do they have to do to withstand some success and kind of do what they did last year?
How did you just say his name?
I am very, very bad at pronouncing names sometimes.
All right, well, there, right off the bat, shows me
educate
why
us,
he
educate us, Sam
shouldn't.
Anthony.
Huh?
How do you say his name?
Evgeny.
Okay.
Evgeny
Evgeny.
Malkin?
Just
All right,
checking.
Are we
Just
good? Are
checking.
we all
We're
gonna say it
good.
right
We're
now?
all fine.
Okay, so now I'm going to start. This first off is the exact reason why he shouldn't be in the top 100 is because of the fact that his numbers don't even compare to Sidney Crosby's, I think. I think he's a guy. I mean, that's not fair. You know, Sidney Crosby clearly is higher than the cusp there, but he's the direct comparison. So of course, when you're looking like that, you can't even, you know, toss the two next to each other. They've played almost the equal amount of time, but I'm looking at this right here, my 2 stat sheets, and I'm looking at the amount of times that you see Crosby as an all-star, voting for Hart Trophy. You know, he's won it. Granted, he's won it, what?
Evgeny's
twice?
won his share of awards too.
He's won a Hart once. He got voted in second twice. Okay, cool. But that
shows you
out of the 100 years of hockey, he's one of the 100 best players?
That shows you that he's up there. You can second place doesn't mean you're horrible. That means you were just the first.
Yeah, but top 100 isn't just anybody that's tossed in there. That's like, oh, they were pretty good. Like, because he's pretty good. But I don't think he's top 100 material. Not yet. He hasn't done anything.
Well, okay, how many years?
He's had to be in there.
How many seasons are you going to give him until you give him the?
He's got to win another MVP. He's got to prove to me why he's so
I think
valuable
it's like the Scottie Pippen Jordan reference of basketball. I mean, Crosby's that Jordan guy. I mean, he's the main guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, Pippen was a top 50 NBA player on that. He's on that top 50 list. I mean, there was some guys on there that you could. I'm just gonna say Malkin's that 1-2 combo with him that you could really throw in. It's for a top 100 guy.
Malkin can be a Hall of Famer. That's fine. Malkin can be a Hall of Famer. But he's not top 100. Not in my books.
He's 14th in points per game for everyone who's ever played the game of hockey at the professional level. I mean, does that not say anything to you? I mean, to be that high on a list like that, it garners some respect, at least, to be a top 100 player.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. All right.
Thank you.
I'll give you that. You got me.
Sam said I was right, guys.
And that's gonna be the only time that I'm gonna tell you that you're right. So just you wait. But you totally have me stumped right here.
Thank you.
This is.
Overall, I mean,
it's the first time for you, isn't it?
What do the Penguins have to do, like, to continue success? I mean, they finished 17 of 20 last year, won it
without him
to win the cup. Yeah. But I mean, now with Malkin out, it is a little bit of a concern. They were struggling. I mean, what do we have to do? If you're the Penguins, what do you have to do to really go on a run and win this cup?
Well, I mean, they're definitely going to be up there top. I think that they just need a consistent goaltender right now, and I think that whole debate between Murray and Fleury.
Can they do it without Malkin though? I mean, is Malkin that valuable? I mean, you say he's not a top 100 player, but is he that valuable?
Because they have Sidney Crosby. They have Sidney Crosby there.
Crosby's enough to repeat.
Well, you know what Crosby does that's so great, and why they won the cup, is because he enables the players around him to be better. So with him on the ice, he's going to be able to enable those players.
And I believe that. And I think that's why Malkin is so much better than what you're giving him credit for. I think Malkin really is a top 100 player when you look at it. But
all right, we'll talk about this after the show. But it was their second conference loss of the year, and now the women's hockey team is just 2 points ahead of Syracuse. Is this historic season in danger? No.
And
okay, thank you.
You know what? The voters see it too because they dropped to 8 from 7. So clearly, you have to drop because you lost by 4.
Yeah.
But you know what? From a Colonials team that won, they did this against Syracuse, who's right behind them in the conference. It's not like they dropped it to they did lose to Lindenwood, but they dropped it by 1 point. They didn't get destroyed by a team like that. You're going to see them do this. And what this does, to me, is tell you that you need to get Jessica Dodds more consistent time and goal because the only losses have come with Lauren Bailey. Keep Dodds in the net. She's going to be the one. She's the key, the consistency to getting you to the Frozen Four.
Yeah, I think by the end of it all, they're still going to be top 10 in the nation. They're still going to win the CHA. I mean, right now, there's nothing to worry about. Yeah, they lost the game. That's just their second loss of the year. But third loss of the year, sorry. But 16 wins. Or 17, which
17
it's up there. That's all that matters.
Well,
they haven't struggled all year.
They dominate the CHA. They are clearly the best team there. But when it comes down to they had this loss now, so they can go into the conference tournament in a month and know what they have to do against a team like Syracuse because that's going to be the team that's going to be waiting for them in that conference championship game. They are the 2 seed.
And that's when you look at the team.
We're going to finish the show with lightning round. Here's some rapid fire answers to see how many questions that Collin and Rashad can answer to end the show. So we're going to start off with key backer falls out of the Las Vegas Raiders deal for the new stadium. Is Vegas officially dead or is there still hope?
A little bit of hope.
A little bit of hope?
Don't count the Raiders out.
You got to keep a little faith in there.
Is it just win, baby, no matter what? Got to get to
win.
Vegas?
You just got to win.
All right.
I don't blame him.
And Super Bowl Media Day, both Brady and Kraft have been receiving criticism for supporting Donald Trump. Is this even relevant to the Super Bowl right now? Why should we worry about this?
Whoever brought up this question, or if it was even Brady and Kraft doing it on their own, I mean, politics needs to stay out of sports. That's the issue with a lot of these players now and a lot of these teams. It's just
Colin?
No, I mean, it's definitely their right to bring it out, but you kind of, in a Super Bowl, it's a happy feeling time. You want to bring out any controversy.
Yeah,
You don't want to
yeah,
bring out any
definitely,
controversy.
definitely.
All right, well, on that political note to end the show, that's all the time that we have. But thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for next week for some more sports talk in the Burgh. That was